Hello cowboys out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my Wednesday afternoon, my Thursday and my Friday. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week. On my Wednesday afternoon, after I'd done Wednesday's vlog, how I ended up, I was saying how I was going off on a walk, and I did do that. I went off on a massive walk, and by the end of it my legs were absolutely killing me, but it was really good. And I went off to one of the flower shops. I got some flower snacks from there that I'm going to show you guys now. I love flower photography, especially with all the spring flowers starting to blossom, and I had a really nice chat with the flower shopkeepers in there. I also got some plant snacks from there as well that I'm going to show you guys now. I absolutely love the red-leaved plants they've got in there at the moment. They're so beautiful. I love the more unusual ones that you don't really see a lot. I then went off to have a look in the child shops, went to W.H. Smith's and to one of the book shops, and then went into one of my favourite little cafes, and I had a pasta pot from there with a Coca-Cola, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The pasta pot was so delicious. I then stayed in there for a bit. I was just chatting with the girl who works there, who I'm good friends with, and she is just so lovely. And then I saw one of my ex-colleagues, and I didn't realise that she had left, and I hadn't worked with her for a while. She worked mainly evening, I worked mainly daytime, and so it was a bit awkward, but she's doing well in a new job, so I was just chatting to her about that. And saw one of my other colleagues, and so I was chatting with them. I then went off to the co-op to get myself a mac and cheese to have for my tea. I then made way back, and my grandma had popped over, and she then went off, and I then watched Escape the Country, Farmer Brown, a bit of Doctor Who, Home and Away, wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and then for my tea in the evening I had my mac and cheese, and I also had a Belgian bun and a cup of tea. I want to show you guys a photo of that now. The mac and cheese was so good, and the Belgian bun and a cup of tea. I had the cherry last, always save the best bit until last. I then watched the UK soaps, just a bit of music, just to draw it and colouring in. I then was just working on some illustrations and was just tidying up my dolls and dollhouse and tidying up my office a bit. Watched a bit of Netflix, and then I went off to bed. And on my Thursday I got up ready for work. I was doing 10 till 3. My dad, older brother, sister and younger brother and sister were all at work. Dad then after work went off fishing with my uncle like he does most Thursdays. My mum was asleep. I got myself ready for work, locked up, and made way to work. I got a really cute selfie in front of these lovely yellow blossoms whilst on my way to work. Got myself a drink and some bits and bobs from the corner shop just before work. I then got to work, put my bag and coat away, got clocked in, and it was me and 2 other colleagues on, and it was pretty quiet, so we spent most of the shift just getting lots of like cleaning jobs done and running a bit of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders. I was doing some drink making as well, got bar nailed. Now I'm doing really well on bar, which is good. Slowly going to be moving on to making coffees, which is quite exciting. And I popped off to Aldi to get some flowers for the tables. Now it's coming to springtime, and spring has come. I think it would be nice to have some flowers on the tables, kind of brighten up a bit, make it smell nice and So got those, and then me and one of my colleagues then started putting those in little vases and getting them put on the tables. And then we had quite a busy lunch rush, and so I was doing lots of food and drink orders, rolling lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, and we had a few bookings and quite a lot of walk-ins, and we had some people sitting outside, and then it started to rain, and it'd be really lovely and sunny, lovely blue skies, and then got really dark and got really windy and really rainy and just not good, and very unpredictable weather at the moment. One minute it's sunny, then it's gloomy, and yeah, it's crazy weather. I mean, it's only March and we've already had snow, sunshine, rain. Can never tell with this weather. That's British weather for you. And my mum and grandma came in for lunch, so I served them, and I was just chatting with them, and I was hoping to finish at 2 if it was quieting down, and as they left it got really busy. I ended up staying till like 2:20ish, and then it calmed down again, and then my supervisor was like, you can go. So I then got my band coat and headed off. I ended up having to walk home because my mum and grandma were waiting, and then they went off back home, and so got a little bit wet because it's absolutely lashing it down. And I went off to one of the flower shops, and I got some flower sets that I'm going to show you guys now. Such lovely colours, all the lovely flowers. It all smells so good in there, and I was just chatting with the flower shop keepers in there. I also got some plant sets on there that I'm going to show you guys now. I then went off to Coffee One and had a caramel frappe and a bit of Victoria sponge cake, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. It was so delicious. Love a bit of Victoria sponge cake, and the caramel frappe was so good. Had lots of cream on, and I had a spoon so I could get all the cream, and yeah, really enjoyed that. I then went off to the Co-op and got myself some lunch and some bits and pieces from there. Got some chocolates and stuff to have a little movie day the next day. I then went off to one of the other flower shops and got some flower sets from there as well that I'm going to show you guys now. I was then just chatting to one of my friends who went to school with who works in there. I then also got some plant sets on there and waited in there till the rain kind of died down a bit because it was so heavy, and I'm going to show you guys the plant sets that I got from there now. Then after that, the weather had calmed down a bit, so I was able to make my way home. On the way back, I got a load of lovely flower snaps. Love this springtime, all the lovely flowers starting to bloom. I'm going to show you guys these flower snaps that I got now. I then went off to One Stop and got myself some cherry cola and some toffee popcorn to have for the movie night the next day, as they didn't have any toffee popcorn in the Co-op. I then got back, let myself in, and my mum had gone down to my grandma's house to have tea and a little bit of a catch up there. So I had the house to myself. I was then just scrolling through my phone on TikTok and Instagram, and had just dried off because I was absolutely soaked by the rain from earlier on in the afternoon. I was making my way back, and it was like someone had just turned the hose on because it stopped, and then it would start, Crazy weather. I then got changed, put my blanket away, and I then was just watching Escape to Country, Father Brown, and had my lunch. And then my mum got back, and I got my sock subscription. Yes, I'm that cool. I have socks that come in a little package, and my sister got me the subscription because I love socks. And these ones have little crates of strawberries on, strawberries and cream. It looks like, because that's like white creamy like socks, and then some parts of strawberries. Love it. I love strawberries. Can't wait to wear these. Love my funky socks. I then was just watching Home and Away, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and just wrote a bit of my journal. And the rain started again, and it was just so heavy. It was just torrential rain, and we played touch rugby on the AstroTurf at the secondary school that I went to. And unfortunately, because of the rain, the Astro was literally flooded and it was just not usable. So touch rugby was not on, which meant I got a nice evening to kind of relax, stay in the warmth, in the dry, cozy, warm house, which was lovely. And I then had my tea. We had Spanish chicken for tea, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. The Spanish chicken was delicious. I then watched the UK soaps, finished writing my journal, put that away. I was then just watching some vlogs and some TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. I then had some cereal and was just watching a little bit of Netflix. I then went off to bed, and then on my Friday, which is today, I have the day off work. I got up after a nice lie-in, had some cookie crisp cereal for my breakfast, and was just watching a bit of Heartstopper and Young Royals off Netflix. My mum was asleep. Dad, older brother, sister, and younger brother and sister all at work. My dad got back and was sorting stuff out the house. He then went off to bed. My mum then got up. I then got showered and changed, sorted out my Bluetooth doll, did some drawing and a bit of colouring in, and then my mum and dad went off to go get my grandma to take her in to go and see my grandpa, who is in hospital at the moment, and they are currently there. I then locked up and went for a little walk and went off and got myself a Butty's lunch, and I'm going to show you guys the Butty's I had for my lunch now. My Butty's lunch was so good. I had a toasted wrap with tuna, cheese, onion, lettuce and cucumber, and had that with a cup of tea in my butterfly mug that I thought I'd lost and I found, and I'm so happy about that. I was then just watching Escape to Country, Father Brown, and today's Home and Away, wrote a bit of my journal, just a bit of music and did some drawing and colouring in, and then was just sorting out my Bluetooth doll. I then was just watching some Netflix on the TV in the living room as I had to house to myself, and I got a photo of the windowsill with all my mum's flowers that she'd got for Mother's Day, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. I especially love the wedding boots and the watering can. I then was just watching a bit of Doctor Who, just a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and was just watching Moulin Rouge, one of my favourite musicals ever. Love that musical. The ending always breaks my heart. I know it's coming, but it always has me in tears. I was then just watching That's Juliet. Love that film so much. And my older brother got back from work, and my mum and dad are making their way back now. Should be back shortly from taking my grandma in to see my grandpa in hospital. They're going to be dropping her home and then coming back. And I am just going to be chilling for the rest of the evening, and probably just going to watch Ever After, which is the next one on my movie watch list for today. Love that movie so much. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and all have a lovely rest of your Friday and have a great weekend ahead. I'm working tomorrow night, so I get the daytime off, and I'm going to be going for a coffee catch up with one of my friends, and I'm going to take my work bag and wear my work jeans, and then just get changed into my work top when I get to work, and have my work top in my bag ready to get changed into, because where I'm going for the coffee catch up is just right around the corner from my work. So I'll just go straight up to work after our coffee catch up. I'm doing 5 till 10, and it's date night, so it's going to be very busy, but at least it'll go quickly. And then on Sunday I'm doing a split shift. I'm doing 10 till 3, 5 till close, working the quiz in the evening, which should be good. And then I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which I'm looking forward to having those few days off. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a lovely weekend ahead. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.